Hello everyone, this is Ashutosh, and today's brief video would be on how to study public administration. There are obviously a lot of myths, a lot of dilemmas, in fact a lot of, I would say, guesswork regarding how to study a particular optional. Different optionals obviously have their own essence, and they may have different ways probably and different methods to prepare them. For example, I cannot compare mathematics with PubAd. I cannot compare probably biology with public administration, right, or electrical engineering with public administration. But I can definitely compare pol science with public administration or sociology with public administration, and they have a lot of commonalities, a lot of similarity in terms of preparation. There are two ways by which you can interpret this word preparation. One is whether you have the adequate resource and material to finish the desired syllabus given by UPSC, right? That is the one part or first part. The second part is probably more tricky. The tougher part is that whatever I have done, whatever I have completed, whatever I have studied, is it actually the relevant study? Fine. So I would like to bring this very brief discussion into two parts, right? Let's say we talk about how to approach, right, PA or public administration is optional. Now it will have two parts. One is the coverage, fine. The second would be the relevance. Now somewhere there is a collaboration between the two. The both should come together to give what you call as success or marks or the edge, the advantage that you will have using this optional. Fine. So very briefly I'd like to tell you that when you see the mains paper, right, when you think of public administration in the mains, you have two papers, one, right, and paper two. Paper one, as people believe, is obviously more theoretical, and paper two is more applied, related to basically Indian administration. Right? This is more related to, you can say, American or Western study, right? If I want to use a simple term which most of you will become familiar with when you start studying, the optional, right? As you know, it has been one of the most popular options. Still it is one of the most popular options. Very scientific, very dynamic, in fact very interesting the way it should be studied. And generally we make it a very boring, more fact and information based study. It is not like that, right? It is discussion based, analysis based, interactive subject which requires a lot of participation from the students, right? And somewhere you can say a dynamic interaction, a dialogue between the teacher, the mentor and the students. Fine. So never feel that this subject is boring. No part of this subject is actually boring. Fine. It will ignite your interest in many things around you, right? So that is the beauty of PubAd. So you have now these two. So obviously how you start studying. So I will just try to answer fundamental question here, how to start study, right? The first thing is to understand your syllabus. Like I said, you have two papers and you have around, let us say, 26 breakups given by the UPSC, which can be, right, reduced to somewhere 18 to 20, because lot of overlapping is there between various topics, right? If you start, you can take one thread, and from that one link you can keep going on, keep moving forward and include the other chapters or topics as well, which will give you a better sense of understanding. That is what I'm coming to. So how you start? So you just have to first understand the syllabus, break your syllabus into common or similar aspects, right? So you need to break it. I would use the word deconstruct it, right? Deconstruct it as per your own important understanding, right? So once you understand each and every word or term used in the syllabus, you will now be able to link them together, make a sense out of this, that okay, if I'm reading Unit 1, Evolution of Public Administration, then the evolution of public administration has lot of elements of organization theory, right? Organization theory has lot of aspects of human resource management, financial administration. It has various impacts or undercurrents or links related to administrative reforms. It is somewhere also related to the bureaucracy or Indian civil services, and we can interpret that also, right? So you have to break the syllabus first thing, right? Use a good dictionary, right? In fact, you have Google, but dictionary would be more easy, because Google will give you or create a problem of plenty excess meanings, excess information, probably not needed for you when you are starting it. So kindly take the syllabus, deconstruct, break the syllabus, understand each and every word or the vocabulary that is given in the syllabus, right? Use a dictionary. You may have numerous dictionaries are there, right? By Maheshwari, by Vijay Singh, a lot of dictionaries are there. You will get, pick up any good dictionary, right? Try to now understand these various terms and then make a note of it. So let's say your syllabus is 4 pages, 3 pages, right? When you're studying now this entire thing, probably you will end up making 20 pages out of that. But that will be the most fundamental and basic concept, basic content that you will have, which is going to help you throughout your preparation of this optional. And this strategy is not just for this optional, it is for all the optionals. In fact, most of the humanities optionals, like I'm saying, right? So you can just break it, create, make a 20-page of that, and now once you read it once or twice, you see, you'll start feeling that you are so familiar and comfortable with this subject. You'll start getting a feel of it. Whenever you're reading newspaper, you will understand that, okay, why probably this news, or what does this news mean, and how this news or how this news item or this particular event can be linked to my subject, right? So this is the most fundamental way of starting it. And then obviously after once you do this, right, I would not suggest you to go to the question paper. Question paper will not make any sense to you. The only thing that question paper will help you is to somewhere understand, or you can say at least, no, I would not say understand, but somewhere just to have a glimpse of what is the nature of question paper, how many questions are there, short questions are there, 10 markers are there, 15 markers are there, 20 markers are there. So this classification can be understood from the question paper. But if anybody says that go and check the question paper before you actually know what public administration is basically making a fool of you, right? And in fact, you yourself will make a fool of you. Start reading the question paper, and somewhere you may be demoralized seeing the question paper itself, unless you have a background in that subject. And then probably you see the question paper, you can compare it with your university papers or graduation papers, so they may give you some sense of that, right? But as public administration, does not have any academic baggage. People who come to the study of this subject, right, they come from diverse backgrounds, and hardly there is anybody from public administration background, right? So it gives you a lot of competitive advantage. It gives you a level playing field with the other players or competitors or aspirants. It also gives you a whole spectrum, a totally new page where you can start writing your own conceptual understanding, right? Probably the best recipe for success is not to know the rules, right, but to play by the game, right? Play by the process of the game. So just by knowing certain pointers, certain do's and don'ts, probably is not going to help you. You have to somewhere get into this process, right? So this will help you getting into the process. You'll get a feel of the exam. right? You will become very comfortable once you go through this process, right? So we'll talk about in detail what should be the strategy for paper 1, what should be the strategy for paper 2, right? But that will be in a different video, probably that will be more detailed in nature. This is the basic approach to the study of public administration. Start with this, you'll start feeling comfortable, you'll start feeling confident just by doing this process, right? So all the best to you, and start doing it, fine, and do let us know if you have any doubts at Synergy IAS, right? You can visit the website synergyraftar.com and we'll definitely, or you can mail us if you have any issues related to that, right? Your book list or your preparation strategy or your methodology of understanding topics, right? Do let us know and we'll help you in whatever way we can. Thank you so much. All the best to